Yeah. What up? Welcome to the FOH podcast, y'all. This is our second episode, and it is Monday. That means Motivation Monday. Is you with me?
Whoa, let's go.
We
hold no punches.
Hey, we about to get into this shit, y'all. It's been a lot going on in the news, has it not?
Too much.
Yes, it has. Well, speak on it, man. Speak on it.
Well, you know, I really want to motivate y'all, but you know, I'm gonna save it because I got some shit on my mind. You know, it's hot, it's sweltering. You know, it's beginning to fester, and I got to get rid of it. I got to get it off of my chest. Everybody's been talking about Cube lately,
right?
Okay, whole lot of hoopla. You know, most of the shit to me sounds like either people do not like to read or simply visit the man's Instagram to even give him a shot. If you really want to know what the fuck he's talking about, all you have to do is go to Instagram. It can't get any easier than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you got to know how to read. Come on. And you got to know how to, on top of that.
Well, you know, that's why I figure Instagram is for people, you know, sometimes that might have trouble with that. You know, I've heard like 80-something, 85+% of the earth is not literate. But you know, go and check the facts on that. But what I want to talk about is what the man said. And if you don't have Instagram and you don't care to check, okay, I know you watch TMZ, and if you don't watch TMZ, you could at least go to the website. I mean, nobody does research anymore.
No.
What's going on?
Because like one of our brothers who's a hypocrite, I still think, he says that the lie is more entertaining than the truth. And people don't want to know the truth because they're scared of the truth. But they'll believe a lie faster than anything.
Isn't that exactly what fear is, right?
Exactly.
The unknown. So why don't you get the facts so that you don't have to be afraid?
But on this podcast, we're gonna speak the fucking real.
Oh, we're gonna keep it 1,000, okay? We're gonna
keep it super 2,000.
Let me go ahead and get into this, okay? With Cube. Okay. Cube, everybody say, you know, I look at the headlines, Cube on he's switching sides and all this type of shit that's going on. Look, Cube, all he did was he put together a group of people and put together a plan, a map. Maybe even a questionnaire or somewhat of a, you know, this is what we're looking for, okay? And it represents Black America, okay? The entire point of it is to separate us from the group minorities, people of color, okay? A lot of groups fall into that group. And so ultimately the group that you're trying to get to is the last, like the artist, to receive any money coming from the royalty streams, right?
Yes.
That's the Black community in America. These things that are supposed to be built for us never reach us. They reach everybody that fits into the group, okay? And these groups often, some of them have their own benefits that they fought for and have been supported by Black America, okay? And so Ice Cube has this plan, from what I've seen, that says this is what Black America wants. Okay. He went to the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. A lot of people are putting it into parties, right? Yes. It's not even really a party thing. He took it to the government. He didn't go to the White House, and he has not met with Donald Trump himself. He said it. So I don't even know why DL Hughley has this headline on his podcast where he's saying Cube went to the White House and met with Trump. Like, this is some bullshit. I know it's some bullshit because it's a rapper. I know it's some bullshit because it's the nigga who made Friday. Like, are you fucking serious? You're going to marginalize another Black man, another business. Look, does he know who the fuck Ice Cube is?
First of all, let me say this. I'm gonna say fuck DL Hughley, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say fuck him.
Yeah.
He's a hypocrite. You a comedian your damn self. How you gonna tell this man how to help black people, and you claim that you like this man. Well, this is the thing that kills me about that is, if you like this man, how come you're not in the trenches with him? How come you didn't go with him to understand what the fuck he was trying to do instead of criticizing this man?
Isn't it the easiest thing in the world to just sit back and criticize? It's like, bruh,
he's just watching.
You got jokes.
Watching TV.
Yeah, I don't understand it. The first thing people say, we need to stick together. You got one black man that's going up there trying to do something for us. You know what I'm saying? Which is very rare. And I ain't talking about the Kanye West slavery was.
But you make a good point. You make a good point because we've all sat back and seen someone black take their plan, right?
Yes.
To the government, right? It's easy for us to sit back and criticize, but when you have a platform and you're this person that is going to criticize these other men who you aren't far from, you see what I'm saying? Like, you see these people. You can sit with these people and have a conversation, or you can just say, look, I didn't like how that went. I'm going to put my shit together and I'm going to do mine. Why not? Why sit there and criticize? Why don't you do some shit so that we can sit back and criticize your shit? If you think you can do better, then do it. Otherwise, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, shut the fuck up and let people who really want to try to do something, especially people in a position of power. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? At the end of the day, the government look at you motherfuckers like you peons anyway.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
You're talking about a $500 billion budget that they're claiming can be used in these efforts. Ice Cube is saying there's trillions of dollars getting thrown around all the time.
Yes.
I'm trying to see some of this money come to Black America.
Yes. Considering we're the biggest consumers of everything. We're the biggest consumers of everything, dude, from fashion to cars to jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Black people keep the economy going. So I feel like black people should get something in return for keeping the economy going.
Absolutely.
Even with the pandemic going on right now, black people out there still buying shit, which I think is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of it myself. Every now and then, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you a little piece of something.
This is what pushes a country forward, right? China was having these very serious problems. 10 years ago, 2 decades ago, a lot of people in China were starving to death, right? We're talking about they have a ridiculous population there, but they were having this very serious problem that recently has been cured by this form of capitalism, right? That has put them in the forefront of ultimately taking over the world. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, because now they fed consumerism into their population.
Yes.
Everybody before was just a worker. You would think that. You see what I'm saying? From a communist country, that was their thing. Everybody's a worker. We're going to work harder than anybody on earth can. And everyone was dying. Now they injected this consumerism that they got from America and other countries that they learned from. And now they're like the leading in tech and the leading in progression.
And medicine and everything else.
And so what is upholding this country then? Consumerism. And who are the biggest consumers? You make a very great point.
I'm going to say people of color. Honestly, people of color.
And that is a fact.
You know, I mean, honestly, I'm to the point now where I feel like that all black people should pull a white move and just save their money.
And there you go.
To save your money.
There you have it.
And see how it works out then. Because honestly, white people ain't going out there buying rims and $1 million worth of jewelry and shit like that. They're not doing it. They're not. You know, I've worked with a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say they all bad because they taught me a lot. You see what I'm saying? I work from everybody from Jewish to white people, and they taught me a lot of different things about business, dude. And honestly, they do not spend their money on bullshit.
I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of back to the basics with that, right? You know, more you really it comes down to assets and liabilities. That's the big difference. And the the biggest part of consumerism is going to deal with luxuries. Those are all going to be liabilities if you're not buying assets to support that spending. But that's an entirely different conversation.
Oh,
for another day. But
I just want to keep it on.
Just notice before we change the subject. Yes. But let me say this before we go back to DL's ass. Just know that everything that you buy that's a luxury loses value. Just remember that.
Absolutely. It depreciates.
As soon as you get it.
Yeah, so now let's talk about
I hope y'all listening out there, because you can buy yourself an asset, as an example, something that makes a little money, right? And you save that money, and then you buy your luxury. You buy your $500 shoes or whatever it is that it may be. And if your money's coming from your job, you know what I'm saying, then, you know, put that into an asset or a stock, you know. You want to fight?
Yeah, real shit.
Assets and liabilities, y'all. Let's get our shit together on this level while Ice Cube is doing it on that level. And in between, we had these people on no level talking their shit. So
exactly. So like Birdman say, put respect on that man's name.
DL Hughley.
You
can get the fuck
out of here.
And that's how we put that man up on the wall of shame on the fuck out of here show. Okay. Yes. Give him a hand.
Yes, we give him a finger up. We give him a finger up.
You can give him whatever you want. As long as he get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit, exactly.
All right, moving on.
Too funny.
Timeline, y'all. Timeline. This is when we get into what's popping on your timeline, right? I don't care if it's Instagram or Facebook, whatever it may be. What do you see multiple times? So I'm looking at my timeline, and what stood out to me the most, and what I saw a few times, was Jada Pinkett.
Oh,
I know what you're thinking. No, it ain't about all the sad ass steals from the red table with Jada Pinkett and Will Smith looking like this fucking bitch.
Yeah, nah,
that ain't what it is.
I just want to be entangled. I want to be entangled in the conversation. I want to be entangled in this conversation.
So let me tell you what I read, okay?
Okay.
Jada Pinkett told a new piece of story that we hadn't heard before. Okay. She said the real way that she met Tupac.
Oh.
She never could say it.
She was a drug dealer.
She was slanging that dope. Y'all believe it? Jada Pinkett was slanging that dope? Of course we can.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
She was thugging.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. So you said Jada Pinkett had more thug? You said Jada Pinkett had more thugging than Tupac? Man, fuck out of here.
I didn't say she had more. I'm just saying that's how they met. Tupac was trying to score, and she was the one. She was the one to get at. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
she just revealed that. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Because when I saw that, I was cracking the fuck up.
So that's why the news will fry. Reading that shit will fry your brain.
Well, I
gotta go.
See, do you understand something, Prof? I've been there, done that, growing up, and that shit is not glamorous, it's not fun, it ain't some shit you want to think about.
I gotta go with Trump on that one. It's fake news.
I'm gonna tell you. This is from Jada Pinkett's mouth. This is what she said in an interview recently. And for the record, marijuana is not considered a drug by the community. Okay,
no,
it's considered a drug by the federales.
Yes,
I'm saying.
And guess what? Marijuana back then was a I'm cool type of drug.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now if you was Jada Pinkett said I was slanging crack, I would be like, say, oh shit, okay, you know what I'm saying? Jada Pinkett was out there on the block doing her thing.
This is the reason why Tupac was advising Jada Pinkett to play that role in Menace to Society. But that's another story.
Okay.
Let's get into, you guys ever heard of Nuke Bizzle?
Yes. Okay, I got to speak on this shit. I got to speak on it.
Let's talk about Nuke Bizzle.
I'm going to talk about the dumbest shit on the planet.
Dumbest shit on the planet.
First of all, if you cheat in the government, they're going to catch you sooner or later. It may be harder for them to catch you sooner if you don't make a fucking music video.
Hold up before you go there. Let's let the audience hear some of these lines from the song that got him indicted. Yes, he made a song.
Go ahead. Self-snitching, I love it. Self-snitching, I love it.
Song, okay, that got him indicted. Nuke Bizzle says, and I quote, "My swagger for EDD." Going to the bank with a stack of these. And in the video, he's holding up the EDD envelopes. He says, "You got to sell cocaine." He talking about Jada Pinkett and them. He said, "I just file a claim."
No, that was a stupid ass homeboy who said that line.
It said he's in for a cool $1 million in cash withdrawals from the EDD.
And he had another 800,000 on the cards.
Look at that. He got all the cards on him when he was found by the officers.
And he's facing 22 years. But I got something better than that. Let's talk about the dude with Pretty Ricky. He did a PPE loan scam with a bunch of people up to $24 million.
A lot of people.
This fucking buys a brand new fucking Ferrari. Why don't you just shoot yourself in the face?
Oh my goodness.
Why don't you play Russian roulette with a shotgun? I just don't understand it. Guess what? I don't take any free money. I don't give a fuck what it was. Motherfuckers are still sending me paperwork talking about, oh, take the stimulus check. Well, I don't want shit that I did not earn.
You better not.
I do not want nothing I did not earn, brother. I do not want nothing I did not earn.
What do they call that nowadays? Because you worked through COVID.
Yes, and still working through it. You see what I'm saying? Wearing masks from
the beginning when nobody even knew what it was and people were dropping like flies in some other European countries before here, it was truly understood what COVID-19 could be.
Yes.
You were still working.
Yes.
They supposed to give y'all 10,000.
Yeah, right. Okay, look. I'm gonna say this, and please forgive me for saying it on the air. You better off jacking off with sandpaper and telling somebody it feels good. I don't believe that shit's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying?
There you go.
Now, don't get me wrong, it might, but I don't see the shit happening. You
so
see what
far,
I'm saying?
this is how the country misses the mark, right, on our emergency workers.
Yes, but back to these dumb motherfuckers and taking this money.
Okay,
how stupid you have to be?
You might as well have sold cocaine because you would have got less time and made a whole lot more money.
Yes, and it probably took longer to catch you because guess what? Cocaine dealers don't brag about their shit unless you're just young and don't know.
And they have to build a long case.
Yes.
And honestly, until you start selling crack, you probably won't even be on their radar.
Yes.
I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you that was stupid.
That was stupid. This is the killer part, right? If the feds want you, they let you get away with all that shit. Now you don't think they caught you when these motherfuckers pulled the first 100,000?
I mean, we saw that with Tekashi 6ix9ine.
You see what I'm saying?
They tried to rescue him knowing that he was a criminal. They saw him committing multiple crimes and were documenting it. But all along, they didn't get into or get involved until he was about to get killed.
Right.
What did they need a snitch for if they had documented all of this shit? I'm trying to tell you, learn from the idiot ass mistakes that people make.
What's the saying that I always say? People who do not study their history is doomed to repeat it.
I guess so. It's a sad story.
You know.
Circle of life is what they call it.
And this is my point is, how greedy, look, I'm going to tell you, and I'm guilty of it. I went to the Slauson to get some socks and a t-shirt, some old hood shit, right?
Yes.
And when I went, you wouldn't believe all these niggas at the jewelry stores. I mean, everybody was at the jewelry stores in Slauson. Everybody was at the jewelry store. It was ridiculous. Niggas who couldn't afford a gold nothing in their life was dropping thousands and thousands on shit. Niggas was walking out looking like human jewelry stores. And I know that they didn't get that money the right way. I know they didn't. So I hope they take all that gold and use it for their bail or their lawyers. Because their ass is going to jail.
Man, I don't even want to get into the things that I've seen people do as far as coming up, you know, illegally and just buying 20 Range Rovers, not having any licenses, having all of that shit taken away and being arrested with it. I mean, you got to do better.
Yes.
You gotta do better.
As a people, we need to do better. You know, and I'm gonna say we.
I mean, I don't even think that is that. I mean, that literally is a human thing. That ain't even a community thing or a people thing.
Yeah,
it's
but guess
like
what?
A human thing.
It takes a few smart people to pull it. Well, you know what? I'm sorry because you're my peoples. I don't have homies like that.
Look at
the reason why I don't have.
What was his name? Martin Scarelli.
Yes.
Why the fuck did he go on the radio and allow himself to be revealed on taking the drugs for AIDS patients that was damn near free, you know, 15 cents a pill or some shit like that, and hiking the price up thousands of %? Yes, they're gonna put you away for a very long time, sir.
Very long time.
Because guess what?
Fucking retarded.
Guess what? I hate to say it. He followed the Black and Young Act and flossed.
I don't even think that's black and young. Like this.
Look, I'm gonna tell you.
Obviously, he ain't black and he wasn't young.
Self-snitching, bro, is a thing on social media nowadays. I don't understand it, bro. Me and you
you know what? That's exactly what I'm getting at. Is the media highlights what we do as if it is a thing that we do.
Right.
When in essence, it is a human thing that everyone does. When we talk about territorial wars, when we talk about fighting over territory, right? This is not a black thing. This is a human thing. This shit, what do you call any war? They're over territory, and they have mostly been between, you know, historically, European countries.
Yes.
The most famous ones, because the wars in the Middle East have never been won. They can't take those people's land. I mean, this shit is ancient. It's been going on for thousands of years. Their land is impregnable.
Well, think about it. Every land, look.
Asian
the French fought look, let's go here. The French fought the Vietnamese for 20 years and couldn't do shit.
Look at Troy.
Oh, yeah.
War over territory and women, and I mean, this shit is a human thing.
Look.
It's highlighted.
Yes.
Central Los Angeles, you know, Arkansas and New York. It's like we're just the entertainment for this country, and so we get highlighted with these things, but it happens with everyone.
I seen something that was very interesting. I work with a lot of African people at my job, you know, from the Ivory Coast, and for some reason they couldn't stand us, and I figured out why. Because when they watch the news in the United States, all they see is us acting like fucking fools.
Absolutely. When I was in North Carolina, I witnessed a lot of that. I thought it was, I thought it was mind blowing that I was sitting on the couch all day one day in Raleigh, and I just kept seeing black. It was black. There was so many black people on the picture in the background that one time they just was talking about flowers or some shit, and it was just a nigga back there the whole time. They never even talked about the nigga. It's just a nigga picture right here. And then they just went to a commercial and they never even said nothing. And so I had to go to the FBI website, and I'm like, is it really just black people committing ridiculous amount of crime in Raleigh, North Carolina, or what? Because this is all I'm seeing. And it was like very frivolous stuff, like a man stole some grapes from the grocery store. It's like on the news. And so when I go to the FBI website, of course, what you find is the complete opposite. During that same week I was watching this, there were husbands killing their wives, wives killing their husband and their children, wives killing the husband and the woman that he was cheating with. I mean, it was crazy on the FBI website.
You know what's crazy about that?
It was on the news.
The statistics on that happening is on majorly on the Caucasian family.
Of course.
There's a newspaper in North Carolina that goes around that I was like baffled by. It's just a newspaper with everybody who has been arrested's picture in it.
And that's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. I'm gonna tell you,
like they just want to scare white people into thinking that black people are just inherently criminal.
Exactly. And what blows people's mind, bro, which really fuck people up, when I interviewed at USC where I worked, they had up because I showed up in a 3-piece suit. The acting dude couldn't believe it. That's what got job, bro. That's what I made a job. That and I speak like I'm intelligent. We all know the truth.
You know something else I found out? You know, I'm be 100, and I mean I have Caucasian family, Caucasian friends, but Caucasian people are weird. Especially, I found this out too in Nashville, Tennessee. They got
weird in what way,
bruh? In every kind of way. They're socially weird. They're just crazy in the mind, and I don't know. You don't see too. I mean, there's a lot of crazy black folks out there, or colored folks out there also, but they take the cake.
Well,
that's just my opinion, but that's just how I feel about it.
Look, let's go here. I got white people in my family in Canada. My cousins are out there in Canada. They're mixed and all that good stuff or whatnot. But it's funny because my Uncle John, which is white, act more black than he white. It's kind of scary.
So this is my point. What is acting white or black? These things are just
You're right. You're right. You're right. Let me change that.
The media once again. I believe. Listen, we carry very much as, to me, this is my opinion, the entertainment of this country oftentimes in a negative way. In a positive way, we just often shine in that way, whether it's music or entertainment, you know. I guess it's multiple levels to this. But my point is this. Most of it is just simply human, right? There was a lot going on the side of white men can't jump, right? White people can't dance, right? But we see it all the time. It's just in the media. It was never portrayed. And so on the opposite side, people of color did not believe that white people could do these things.
Well, I hate to say it.
A lot of perspective.
We know the lies and we know the truth. And I know some white people that could duck and dance. So that's a fucking lie. I know some niggas who can't dance to save their life. You know, so I mean, let's just go there.
But that's my point. I know gay people who cannot dance. Okay, there's a lot of stereotypes that go around, mainly due to the media being, you know, the main source of our beliefs. This is where we learn the most, unfortunately, if you know, you didn't grow up reading books.
Yes. And look, bro, God, they say by the year 2030 that you will need a degree to work at McDonald's. That you will need a degree, at least an AA, to work at McDonald's.
You said what year?
By 30.
And why did they say this?
Because the technology that they're putting in there, you see what I'm saying, will require certain people to be educated into running it.
I honestly think even before the pandemic, but more so due to the pandemic, that a lot of this, as far as school is concerned, outside of certain professions, I think is kind of being phased out. You know, in my opinion, a lot of people have, one, come to know that, you know, universities often test you and review you more than they teach you, right? Most of us go to school to show what we know outside of like learning a trade. Like I said, specifically, if you want to become a doctor or an attorney, those things are different. Also in the way that they require licenses. Okay. But if you are going to go to college to become a business owner and things like that, most people who are very successful in these positions hire people to do those things that have degrees or not. But the leaders usually do not have these credentials. And so it's being phased out, especially when multiple millionaires nowadays from 16 years old and up have been starting their own businesses before they can even graduate from high school. So it shows that it's not really a requirement. And with the pandemic, right, you lose the experience that you would get from college where you have this network of people, right? That's more important oftentimes than the classes, is the network, right, that you can create or join while you're in college. And they will carry you throughout the rest of your life and get you into these positions that you would not be able to get into with credentials only. So without being able to go to the campus and have these experiences, it's almost not worth the money, right? Especially with social media. Now you can connect with anyone. So what do you need these college grounds for?
Well, for one, I hate to say it, if people use social media for more education than twerk videos, then I will see your point.
YouTube, everything that I know as far as tech is concerned, I did not learn from college. I went to college. I didn't learn any of this shit. I learned it from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I know people who go to college for this shit, right? Filming or audio engineering, things of that sort. And they call me.
Look, I don't know who these people are, Prof, and I'm not going to insult them. But if you're as smart as a sandwich, I mean, look, you can explain shit to people over and over again, and I've done it. And you see me do it. You see me give them the Martin Luther King speech and motivation when it comes to certain shit. And you tell me I'm wasting my breath. And guess what? I was wasting my breath.
And so what do you think is going to happen when they spend $500,000 going to college? they're going to figure out a way to pass. They will not leave the school knowing more than they knew going in. So is it worth the money? That's why I said so many people have been phasing out that idea. I know a lot of people that were students that aren't going back since the pandemic. They're not going to do the online shit, like I said, because what about my network? I wanted to join, a sorority or, you know what I'm saying? Like, without that, you really miss the sweetest part of the experience, you know.
True.
But, you know, that's college.
Exactly.
It's a choice.
You're right. Like slavery, it's a choice.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
You're not going there.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
Look.
This is Motivation Monday, y'all. We go.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Quoting Ye.
Oh,
you be on that shit. We quote the college dropout shit.
Yeah, look. Look, if we're gonna go into motivation, look, let's do it like this.
All right, give me a story, a short story that should be motivation to people that happened in your life.
I'm gonna give you my motivation.
Yeah, go for it.
So long story short, grew up in foster care, grew up on the streets, and the first thing they tell you is you're black, you're in the system, and you basically don't have a chance. And when I was growing up, you're right, there was no chance because everybody I basically grew up with either dead or in jail or they're struggling. So at the end of the day, when people told me, oh, you're too big or you this and that, I had to prove them wrong on every aspect because I don't believe in the word can't. If I can get in it, drive it, wear it, whatever, I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So every stereotypical thing that they had to say about me, it has motivated me more to get out there and do it. Plain and simple as that. So people telling me, oh, I got a handicap or this or this and that. That's bullshit because if you want it bad enough, you can go out there and get that. You see what I'm saying? You can achieve it. You know what I'm saying? So don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it because you can. You feel me? You know,
I feel you on that, brother.
You know, so as far as my motivation for the day is go out there, figure out a way to do it and do it the right way, and you will succeed. It may take longer to do so, but taking shortcuts will never get you to the point where you need to be. And I've been there and done that. I've been on the streets hustling and everything else. So yes, I feel like at the end of the day, you can make something out of your life.
Man, thank you for sharing your story with us, Big Luck. You know, I hope somebody out there watching, they can peep that, they can relate to it, or, you know, share that with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Make sure when y'all watching, y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all let other people know about this show. Get the fuck out of here if you don't, because we're keeping it a million.
That's right.
DJ Inch High, do you have a motivational story for us today?
Well, I'm gonna get a little spiritual here because that's what keeps me going every day is my spiritual belief.
Well, I'm gonna go there then. Jesus, go ahead.
I want to go to the point where, you know, I not nobody's religion. Everybody has their own belief or whatever it is. But my thing is, whatever you believe in, don't let nobody tell you or try to deter you from whatever you believe. Like me, my spiritual belief, I keep my faith. I keep moving forward. If I'm in trouble, I just go back. I meditate. I pray. And that's what I suggest to everybody else out there that's listening. Go into your little room or wherever you got to be, meditate and pray about the things you're going through. Pray about the things you want, the things you need. And I'm pretty sure you'll get through your day or your week or whatever it is. And just, hey, be you. Don't let nobody change. or change your belief.
That's right.
Let it work.
Right.
Let it work.
That's it.
Now let's hear from the Let's hear from the master himself.
The mad scientist over there.
Let's hear from the master.
I'll give y'all one of my millions of stories. Let's see. I remember one time when back in the days when I was a background extra. Okay. Some people might be able to relate to that. If you're in entertainment, a lot of people start there. Is where you can make some money. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about being, on this day and that day and all that kind of shit when you're trying to do something, right? It's one of those jobs like, when you're a waiter, you can take off certain days and go and build on your own, right? So I was a background extra, right? And I got called to set. And I arrived at Fox Studios, right? And when I arrived there, they said, hey, go get your car. I said, oh, no. My car is white. Y'all don't use white cars or red cars or yellow cars. He said, no, it don't matter. Just bring your car. You're going to be driving it around the set. I said, no. Really, I was bullshitting because I didn't have no fucking gas. Honestly, I didn't even know how the fuck I was going to get back home. But I needed to get there to get the money. You see what I'm saying? I need the money. I have to have the money. You see? So I just drove there on empty all the way to Fox Studios from South Central LA. And he's telling me I'm not going to fucking get paid if I don't bring my car to the set, right? So I go get my car, I tell him, I said, hey man, I ain't got no gas. He's like, you ain't just going to go in a small circle. I said, okay, I told you I ain't had no fucking gas. I pull up to the shit, right? Get in the line. They got a little action scene going on and all that type of shit. They say, go. So I'm driving through. I'm like, shit, damn it. I'm below the E. I've been below the E probably 3 days. Still been driving around, but here I am, right? We go around, we make it. I'm like, cool. That's it. They say one more. I said, shit, no, I can't do it again. Homeboy like, yeah, just go one more time. All right, cool. I pulled through, right? And my shit cut off. Bow, they shooting and shit. A taxi take off. And they couldn't take off this time because I'm sitting right the fuck here. Okay. It was all bad. But I can't be embarrassed. This is my reality. Okay. I'm hustling, I'm grinding. I reinvest all my money, so I ain't had no money. I didn't have anything. Right? So the director is a woman. Comes over to the car. I forget what show it was. Back then, that shit wasn't important. I just wanted the money. So she walks up to the car, and everybody on the set, all the extras and the actors is looking like, what the fuck? This motherfucking Ford Focus wagon sitting in the middle of the damn shot, stuck, smoking shit in the air and all this type of shit. So she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I ran out of gas. And I told them I didn't have no gas. So here I am. And she said, well, if you didn't have any gas, how are you going to get home? I said, that's a good question. It's a good question. And so she got on her radio and she called a gas truck. And so the gas truck pulled up on the set, Fox Studios, and give me a full tank of gas. And she said, I guess this was how you were going to get home the whole time. And she walked off. So, consider that as my motivational story, because ultimately you just have to keep going. If you don't know how you gonna get from where the next move is, it doesn't even fucking matter. Just go get there.
Exactly.
And then work out from there because you don't have no fucking idea what's gonna happen next. Just get there.
Exactly. Amen to that.
That's my motivational story for Monday. Wow. All right, what else we getting into, y'all? Anybody else got a motivational Monday story? We usually bring on a guest. But we don't have any guests in the queue. All right, well, let's get into this music industry then, y'all.
Oh shit.
It's profit.
Look, you've heard it a million times. I have heard it a million times. I'm pretty sure DJ Inch High has heard it a million times, and y'all have heard it. You get a connection with a resource. It's up high. So you give a shit. You work real hard for it. Mm-hmm. They look at all your material. I'm talking to the artists out there, right? Mm-hmm. And they tell you, love your music, love what you're doing, love your videos, but you gotta get your numbers up. You gotta get your numbers up.
First of all, let me grab my dick and tell them to suck it. Let me tell you how I feel about that scenario. If my numbers was up, why would I need you? If I'm doing millions of streams on my own and I'm making money on my own, why the fuck do I need you? I don't need you. You see what I'm saying? So you trying to piggyback off of my hard work. You see what I'm saying? And throw me breadcrumbs of the money that I'm already making. You see what I'm saying? Which don't make no fucking sense. And not to be funny is, even if we prove to you or anybody else that you have the numbers, which we have shown people, and other artists are pretty sure they did the same thing, they still don't know what to do with that artist. You see what I'm saying? Because 90% of the people are full of shit themselves. You see what I'm saying? They, that's like me saying, well, I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows Dre. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows Dre. You know what I'm saying? We know people who know people, but guess what? Mean that you're going to get your foot in the fucking door. Even if you have the fucking numbers, stay independent if you have the numbers and make your money.
Make your money.
Plain and simple, make your money, bro.
When they tell you need to get your numbers up, it is an excuse.
They're full of shit. It's an excuse. They're full of shit. They're full of shit. And they can call right now, or they can tap in, and we can have this debate right now. They can't do nothing for you. They looking like, if he got the numbers, now I got him, I can get myself a cushy little deal on top of his deal. You see what I'm saying? That's how they're going to make money off of you.
And the deal will work off of your hard work. If you have built yourself a very large, substantial fan base, okay, there is no need. Now, it has worked for some people in certain ways. I remember Mac Miller talked about his deal. They were independent and they were making a considerable amount of money, a few $1 million or something like that, a tour. Tech Nine also, well, he didn't do the deal. Mac Miller did the deal. They bought him out for $10 million, and took care of a lot of the hard work that they were already doing. So it's kind of like you can sit back and make the same amount of money, minus a little bit, maybe. But this is after you have, completely been. I mean, this dude was already touring, I think, with Schoolboy Q.
Let me go there, Prof. I'm gonna give it to the late Nip. He was independent. He grind. Even when nobody gave him a deal, he grinded to the point where he got himself so famous, they gave him a deal. Now he took the deal because he said that basically it was exhausting what he was doing, and then later on down the line, he said he should have stayed independent.
He also said that he should have gone with Jay's deal.
Exactly.
But, since Jay-Z's a rapper, sometimes Jay-Z is a different type of entity when it comes to that. But we're not going to get into that. But that's kind of what he thought about. Nobody wants to sign to a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And since Jay-Z is a very famous rapper, that probably is the reason why he swayed more towards just the typical, you know, very large company deal. But,
and you're right. Usually signing to a rapper is bad, but I can name several rappers that are better CEOs in business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And have better, which is very rare. But I can name you 4 people right now off the top of my head that made people substantially rich messing with them.
Absolutely.
And they were rappers. You know?
Name
and
it.
I can go there. You want me to go there?
Go.
Okay, Dr. Dre.
Wham.
Dr. Dre is one. Okay. Let's go here.
He put Diddy on the headphones.
Huh?
He put Diddy on the headphones. Keep going though.
Okay. Then you got, honestly, I hate to say it, you got Kanye. Kanye that made people rich.
Kanye made Pusha T president of good music. Go.
Yes. Okay. Then you got Jay-Z. Fucking Rihanna's a billionaire.
Rihanna is a billionaire, and J. Cole makes more money than damn near everybody in music in his genre.
Exactly. And then let's go here. The last one, Rick Ross. Everybody in his camp is rich.
Absolutely. Rick Ross.
Even Gunplay. And you don't hear shit from Gunplay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? All these dudes are better CEOs. All these dudes are better CEOs than, honestly, than their rappers, and they're great rappers.
Yeah.
But their business mind.
Rick Ross has done very well. And up until recent years, he had never had a platinum album.
Yep. Port Miami just recently went platinum maybe a couple of years back. Mm-hmm. Now it's certified platinum, but it took years for that to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So his business mind has made people rich.
He did very well with a label, unlike a lot of artists who had labels. Ludacris had a label. The artist did not do very well.
Nope.
Snoop Dogg had a label. The artist
very well.
No, very talented.
Well, let's go here. The East Sider's first album, the East Sider's first album did go platinum. It did. It's East Siders. They first album went platinum.
That's who I'm talking about. But I'm saying they had a lot of problems label-wise with Snoop.
Yeah.
It really ain't with Snoop.
It was with the people that was helping. It was the people that was helping him run his label. The big companies.
I want to throw that out there. I'm just saying it is very difficult for an artist to have a successful label, even when they're millionaires and superstars. T.I. had a label.
Yes. Grand Hustle. Yes.
Oh yeah, Grand Hustle. Mm-hmm. Iggy Azalea was never officially on his label, as he said. For the record. Master P. Oh my God.
He'd have made everybody in his camp rich. Honestly, if you go now, it's because you fucked your money up.
Yeah.
But everybody from Master Key's camp was getting paid.
I've heard Master P is just a good man. He's just a good man
I know Master P's bodyguard personally. Been to the dude's house. He lived in Palmdale, Lancaster.
Yeah.
And this dude, they bought his house. He said, "Look, I'm gonna send you home $300 a day." That's at the time when bodyguards were making $300 a day. He said, "I'm gonna pay all your expenses and send your money home." By the time it was all said and done and cash money was folding, this dude paid for his house and started his own company and was living well. He broke him off even after the $300 a day.
Look at that. Busta Rhymes had a label.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of artists had labels. Hey, Cube had a label.
Yes. And then see, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to sound like a hypocrite for saying it. But a lot of people had issues with Cube about the way he was paying them.
Yeah, it was a lot of, that's my point. My point is it's a very difficult thing to have a successful record label, most especially when you are an artist.
Yes.
I've never seen it until, like DJ Inch High was saying, Master P, and then, Jay-Z, the most successful with it as from an artist standpoint. you know, unless Russell Simmons dropped a fucking album, you really can't beat it. I mean, Birdman and Slim killed the game.
Yeah, but this is my thing. They got rich. Everybody had to fight them for money. You see what I'm saying? So that's a little different toss-up. You know what I'm saying?
Different. It is very different.
It's very different, bro. You know, now don't get me wrong. I think only reason that Nicki and Drake got paid the way they did because they lawyers and their management.
Yeah, separate deals, separate kinds of deals. From what I remember, he owns all of his publishing, and Cash Money gets nothing.
Yes, so that's very rare. That's a very rare thing.
He was basically signed to Cash Money, Young Money, for the promotion. Like they weren't even making any money off of Drake. Not considerable. He owns everything.
I give that man a lot of credit. See, Jay Prince being behind the scenes of a lot of shit.
Yeah, he do. Yes, he does.
You see what I'm saying? You know, people may talk that shit.
Oh yeah, he gonna get to it. I've heard a lot about that. I read some of the book.
Yeah, you've never heard about people being broke fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple as that. You know, people like I'm gonna give you a prime example. The Ghetto Boys was under him, but you know, certain people fuck their money off. You know, Willie D, you don't hear him complaining about his bread.
This is the reason why when I started my label, I made sure that the first thing was to get the contracts right. And if the contract wasn't going to be right, then we're going to do a different kind of deal. But even with the contract, the artist would always own all of their masters. It's something that Jay-Z is the first person I saw do that. And I'm talking about going back to 2005. That was always my theme, and people never understood it. You know, a lot of the artists that I was working with through the label did not understand what that meant. But it meant so much to me that maybe 20 years from now, they'll understand what kind of label, you know, they were with and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's freedom. I like Jay-Z's play on the words when he talks about publishing and masters. I own my masters. It's literally that. Because otherwise what you have is a slave contract. It's the reason why slave on the side of his face. It's also the reason why Prince, after 20 odd years of fighting the label in court for his masters, because these contracts were slave contracts, he finally won.
Yes.
Shortly after he was dead.
Yeah. And it's a shame that he didn't reap the benefits of that after.
It almost says to me, yes.
Sir, we down to a minute. Do you got any closing statements before we punch out?
This is my closing statement. Do your research. This is the independent artist. Pay attention, right? Do your research. We've sat in meetings and watch artists say, I don't care about the money, just make me a star. Get the money. Even if you don't become a star, right? Because you can be making $10,000 a month, you guys, off of your streaming, off of your publishing, licensing your music and doing the work. And even doing shows, if that's what you love to do, you can perform and do your shows and get paid for your shows. Even if the owner of the venue does not pay you, you still can get your royalties, your mechanical. Do your research, you guys, and make your fucking money. You can be rich without the fame. And it's better. That's my closing statement. Everything else.
Guess what?
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Life's hard. Beat music.
Let's go.
Fuck out of here.